Greetings! Welcome back to Pink Oddbird. So, today I'm so excited because we're here with the very first episode of The Music Vault. We are in volume 2018, and the first set that we're doing for this Music Vault series is going to be based on a song from a movie called Jyoti, and it is a song that was done by Lata Mangeshkar, and it's called Thoda Resham Lagta. Forgive my pronouncement. Really sorry about that, but I am excited to share these journals with you. They are India and belly dance inspired because that's what the movie is about. Both of those components, so I hope you guys all enjoy. Okay, so here we are with the ingredients of love. They are all wrapped up, and I will explain why that is in just a second. But there are a total of 5 of these, so I'm going to go through one of these in detail, and then the other 4 I will flip through quickly because they are mostly all similar. There's just like a couple of minor differences, and most of it is just for coordinating color purposes. And yeah, so all right, so here we go. So since this first series is based off of a song that is sung by Lata Mangeshkar, also known as Lataji. She is an Indian playback singer, and she's known as the Nightingale of India and also the Queen of Melody. She's got a really high voice, and it's been described as a thin voice. If you don't know what a playback singer is, they do like a lot of singing for actors in movies. So the movie that the song that the song that I've chosen, the movie that it comes from is Jyoti, and I'll put that on the screen because I might be saying it wrong. And the song is called, I can't talk. The song is called Thoda Resham Lagta. And I'm sorry if I'm saying that really badly, but that's what it's called. So that is the premise for this series. Now, not every one I do every month will have 5 books in it, but that's just what I wanted to do this time because originally what I obtained first is the fabric for the covers of these books, which you'll see in a minute. But I do want to just explain quickly that I'm going to link to this song in the description box. So the YouTube video that you're going to see in that is not Lataji. It is the actress Aruna Irani, who is the actor who's who's lip singing to Lata Mangeshkar's voice. I hope I'm making sense. The actual composer for the song is Bapi Lahiri. And yeah, so I will link to a lot of information in the description box below so that you can get a better understanding, because I feel like I'm fumbling over my words. There's so much I want to say. Now, before we really get into this, I do want to just give you a brief description of what I think the meaning of this particular song is. And what I think the composer is trying to describe is there are a series of items that it takes to build like a flower of blossoming, a floral kind of existence. And once you have all of these ingredients, then the flowers will bloom. And the main flower that they're talking about in the song is called a kali, and that is a flower that is worn at the back of the head by Indian women in the southern part of India. So these books are going to be my interpretation of that. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that you're going to notice is on the outside of these books, they're all wrapped this way. And this is my interpretation of what's known as a dupatta. And a dupatta is a piece of, it's like a scarf or shawl that's worn over like Hindi clothing. And it's usually draped over like either both shoulders or around their body like a cape. And so that is the reason why I chose to wrap the outsides of the books this way, because that's my interpretation of that. And it's a beautiful gold fabric. It's about 18 by 18 inches. So it's a fairly large piece. And then I have the gold ribbon here holding this flap closed, because otherwise this piece would be flailing away. So I will show you at the end how to rewrap that back up if you want to keep using that gold piece of fabric in the way that I have, or you can use it in another area if you want. It's a gorgeous piece. Like, it's really, really super pretty. I hope you can see the color is like a really rich gold, and I don't know if the camera or the lighting is providing that to you guys. All right, so here we go. So let's start with this one. This one is the pink one. And as you can see at the top, I just have some trim on top of some gold coin trim. And at the bottom, I have some gold trim that goes all the way around it as well. For the closure on these, I decided to do something a little bit different. I wanted to use the see-through fabric because in this movie, Giotti, and this particular scene for this song, the actress is doing a belly dance. And so not only are the books inspired by the song and Lata Mangeshkar, but they're also inspired by belly dancing, because that is all tying in together with what I was trying to do for these. So there's a lot going on with these books. So I have a little garment pin with the bell here. And the reason why I did that is so that it's for directional purposes. The bell obviously will hang at the bottom, and also because it'll help you know where the center of the book is when you're putting your closure back on. You can change it, but I did it that way because I liked the flower that's in the front of all these books is the one that I wanted to show. So I was like, I'll put the garment pin so you can tell it's directional, and then also you can tell what the center is, and it just slides right off. So this is what it looks like. I have sequence trim on there, and it's stretchy, so that does leave for a lot of room for expansion. And then this is what the fabric looks like. It kind of reminds me of, like, you know, like the sheer stuff and the veil-y stuff that belly dancers wear. Okay, once we focus. Are we focused? There we go. All right, let's open it up. Okay, so like I was going to tell you, I forgot. The fabric is what inspired these books initially, and then I was like, oh, this song goes perfect with it, so I have to pair these together. The fabric on all of these books were originally, they're all brand new with tags. I found them at the thrift store, and they have like the tags from like a little Indian shop that they were in, and they're all like the silk paisley, and it's like shiny, so that looks really pretty. So the outside is what the true pants, what it looked like, and then on the inside cover, what I did is I reversed the fabric. So this is like, if you turn the pants inside out, this is what it would look like. So I thought that was a really neat coordination. They're 9x6. The inside is a folder, a manila folder, and there's a layer of batting in there as well. So I got a lot of trims from my friend Reem, who is out in Egypt, and she is Paper Pixie here on YouTube, and I will link to her below. And also my friend Nicola, who lives in India, and she sent me a bunch of neat trims a while back, including Sari Silk. She lives out in India as well. So I'd like to thank you both, and I have a bunch of other friends who have provided stuff for me too, and I don't want to waste a lot of time saying it, but thank you guys all for everything. So, all right. So at the top, there's just some sequins. This is one of those pretty pieces that I got from Reem. And then I just have some really pretty gold, like tassel kind of trim here. They all have this old vintage image of India. And it's there. I got these, a lot of the images from Pixbay, so that's where they come from. And then Reem also sent me a lot of these pretty trims that you're going to be seeing at the bottom. All of these like beady trims are from her as well. And of course that goes with the look. And then on the pages, I didn't coffee stain these floral pages. I sprayed them with Tattered Angels instead. So I've just got a bunch of papers in here for writing, and a lot of these came from Shayna, and then there are some Tsunami Rose images in here as well. I did want to, like I said, include a lot of floral because that is what the song is about. And to me, like the meaning behind that floral is, you know, blossoming of love, and that's why I've chosen to call these the ingredients for blooming love. So I do have some images in here from some of the religious elements of the culture, and this is Ganesh. He is the elephant god of India. And then I did have a vintage book that I found at this bookstore that I like to go to, and the book is it's called Arabian Nights, and I tore some pages out of that, and then I just Mod Podged them to make these neat little envelopes, and then I decoupaged some pretty flowers on there just randomly. And then so they all will have one of these envelopes, and each one of the books has they're all different, but they all have an Indian, a real, a rupee. So this is basically Indian money. And I chose to put that in because Lataji is obviously really famous. I think her career has gone over for about like 70 years or something. So she's got a lot of money. The green trim that you see here is also from a neat little fabric store that I found in my area. They all have that. So I did do some stenciling. There's a teeny tiny little piece here, and I got these from Rita. And you can just open these up and put a little note in there. So cute. And Rita's like, you better use them. I was like, yes, ma'am. I'm using them, Rita. So all of the books are going to have like a little coordinating 3 paperclip charms. So there's one. They all have one big sparkly one, and I got those from Little Rhonda Lee. And then a third one as well. And I did use some of the beads that also came from Miss Rhonda Lee. So thank you, Rhonda. So of course I had to include some of that Hobby Lobby music paper because it's a music book. There are some coffee stained pages. Miss Dolly sent me some pretty papers that she had, and I made some Hermelinda tags with these, so you can do a good amount of journaling in there. Index card, and then on these little, oops, there's that one. That's the back. And then there's another tag on the inside. So as you can see, I'm trying to coordinate a lot of the colors with the base color of the book. I love this pretty fabric. I did want to include a lot of like trims and fabrics in here because again, when you see a belly dancer in her attire, there's lots of fabric and trims and sparkly thises and that's. This is not a word. Then the vintage Sunset Garden page. Some fabric that I got at that fabric store that I found. I did do some stamping in purple archival ink, and there's some of that handmade paper, and I have some pretty gold. I got that ribbon at a art store in Washington. So some Tsunami Rose flowers, and then I got the little birds because like I said, she's the nightingale of India. So Miss Cindy sent me those birds, so I thought they went perfectly. And then a Tsunami Rose card and flower, and there's some more of that pretty trim from Ream. And then I just did some stamping. I did incorporate some of those Arabian Night pages into the book, so they all have one page of that in there. Some tracing paper, graph paper. Here's some of that trim that Nicola sent me. And some more. There's a little tag here goes in this little envelope, and then behind that I have some Project Life cards that have that gold metallic kind of look, and then just some other large tags that I made out of a little paper pack that I had. I did want to include some film strip in this book because, again, the song is actually featured in a movie. This is from Monique Steel Crafting. And then there's just a card in here that matches. It does have an A on there, but you can always do some decoupaging over that if you'd like, but I left it because I like it, not just because there's an A on it either. So there's that. And then here they all have like a little book page envelope in them. And those just go over the corners or the edge of this vintage music paper. So on this tag here, it's an index card, and then these little teeny tiny envelopes came from Rita, and they all have like these little tiny writing spots that go in them. So I thought those were super cute. And then there's Tsunami Rose, a Project Life card here. So these are all different in each one. And then another Hermelinda tag with some paper from Dolly. I've got some rainbow measuring tape trim, and so I added some of that here and there. So here on this bag, there's a pocket behind it. And then here I have one of my vintage book plates that I've given you. And then I made a little booklet out of some of that music paper. And then I've got some trim here from Junk That Treasures. And then inside the bag, I found this crazy like ribbon at the thrift store, and Dolly described it perfectly. She said it looks like banana leaf, and it does, but it's green and it's got shimmers of gold. So with this ribbon, what I did is I just put little flower and some brads on the front, and then that napkin is from when I was spraying the pages that are in the actual book. But other than that, it's just like little a little booklet to give you more writing space. So that's that. So there's some more Tsunami Rose. This is Thistle, and the reason why I put this in is because Miss Lataji, she was actually given slow poison at one point in her life, and thistle is a poisonous plant, so I felt like that was a significant piece of her life to actually note. Because, you know, I think she was down for the count for about 3 months because of that. And then on the back, I have this is from a dress that Dolly had sent me a snippet of, and it's actually from India. So there's some Indian fabric. And then I have a Tsunami Rose image here. And again, birds and flowers in this book. So they all are going to have one of these fancy tags. My brain stopped. Okay, so there's trim, flowers, pearls. I used a stencil with some texture paste that I colored pink, decoupage napkin, fabric, and some more of that trim. This is a mandala, and I messed up while I was printing, but you can still see it. And I had also printed a couple of that hummingbird from Tsunami Rose. I printed that over the mandala, give it like a layered effect. So that's what that is. A little Prima journaling card. I love this fabric. It's like a shimmery gold fabric, and it totally reminded me of India. And actually, it was a ribbon. I took the wires out of it and made it a pocket. This fabric came from Renee at GT Designs, and I thought it was so perfect because it's purple, but it's got that snappy gold in it that really makes me think of India. If you follow my Instagram, you might have seen these, and this is my fabric tags that I made. So this side is a really pretty fabric, and on this side is a motorcycle that's driving really loud index card. All right, so that goes in there. And the green Priscilla, that's from you. A little piece from Rita there I turned into a tag. Some little mesh fabric that I have. More papers, another one of those tags. So pretty. So I made some tiny tags here, and this little coin piece comes from Junk.Treasures, and then I just have a tag that's stuck in there, and then this is a little piece that I got from Kim. I just added flowers onto the fronts of them, and then the little slide out piece, I punched a little dragonfly in there. I thought that was cute. Project Life card, little ticket up here. All right, so in the song, she says that it takes ingredients to make the blossom, or also in this case what I'm calling love. So I have this little glassine envelope. It's from Junk.Treasures, and I have some little fake flowers on here, rhinestones, washi, and some trim. And then on the inside, I have all of the ingredients based on what she says that it takes in the song. So she says that it takes glass. So I have a little glass piece here, and I got that from Rhonda. And she says that it takes diamonds. So I have some little rhinestones in there. And she says that it takes silk. So there's some silk. She says that it takes gold, so this could act like spun gold. And she says that it takes pearls. So I have given you all the ingredients that you need for her recipe of blooming. Blooming flower love, I guess. So I thought that was kind of neat. So there's another Hermelinda tag. This little gold tag that I have. Little pocket here. 2 tags and some ribbon, and that's Tsunami Rose. And then just some paper. And they all have a potecolope in the back that I've made for you. And so you can stick this in the book wherever you want, or use it somewhere else. In the back. And then since we're talking about having the ingredients for, you know, the flowers and love, I have given you the rest of what I had left from the flower medley that I used in the Three Sisters books. So you have the actual love, I guess, in a little satchel, and I only stapled the top. So again, if you want to use these in your bath or hang it over your bed or just have it around you, it's got lavender in it. It smells amazing. So yeah. And then here's my stamp. I put it on, I backed it on some of that Arabian Nights book page and stamped it on muslin. So that is the first one. So as you can see, I don't think I'm going to have time to get so detailed with the others, but I will flip through so that you can see what they look like as well. Oh, and putting the this on is really easy. I'll show you how easy it is. So there's that one. I'm just going to flip through because, like I said, it's mostly the same. The charms are going to match the color of the book, but all of the elements in the book are mostly the same. Booklet. Oh, what happened here? Oh, I glued. I love this paper. It's so pretty. And then to put it back on, all you do is I hold it like that and it slips right back on. Easy peasy. I love the way it sounds. So jingly. All my stamps that I used are flower related. The book pages are different. Mostly the pages are just different so that they could coordinate with the base color of the book. These things have, the way that I made them is so that even though there are a lot of lumpy, bumpy things in there, you can still take those lumpy, bumpy things out. And I love this blue trim that she gave me. And have a flat writing surface. No problems with that at all. And there we go. There's that one. Fabric is so pretty. this one has the gold trim at the bottom. Oh yeah, so like I was saying, they have like lots of writing spots in them. In addition to, you know, if you take pages out, use them, write on them, put them back in, it's all up to you. So pretty, look at that, even hangs out there. I wish you could see this in person because I don't feel like it's just not the same. It's just not the same. Here's my ingredients. Oh, it's back on there. There's my stamp. There's that. And last but not least, this is the purple one. It is spoken for, but I will still show you the flip through of it. Beautiful. I love this charms. Ugh. So pretty. I know I'm going kind of fast, but as you guys can see, it is mostly the same. So, I mean, I don't think you're missing anything earth-shattering. But these books are so pretty. Like, there's just so much interaction, and I think they're, you know, I've really captured the essence of what I was going for with the belly dancing and the vibe of India. I love them, and I don't know, I love that song so much. It makes you just want to dance. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the song. Have you heard it before? Do you like it? You know, what do you think? Do you like these books? Do you think I was able to capture what I was setting after? Let me know. You guys know I like to chit chat with you down in the comments. All right, so let me show you. Well, first, you guys, when you see these all together, it's freaking insane. Like, I can't even tell you. Like, they're so pretty. Like, all of these danglies on them at the bottoms. Like, you can't even see this, I don't think. But, so, this is the series, guys. And, of course, all of these are going to be up in my Etsy shop, except the purple one, because that one's already got a home. But these other 4 will be. And before we go, I do want to show you how to get these wrapped back up. So let me grab one and show you how to do that. Okay, so like I said, I have given you as perfect as a square as I can cut, which is not very. And then what you want to do is put your book in at a diagonal. So, you know, diagonally. The square is like this. You can't see it. And then all you want to do is take one side, fold it over, and tuck it. This is called a Japanese wrapping style. Fold this side over, tuck it. And then, like I said, I've given you a piece of gold ribbon. And you just want to wrap that around. Get yourself a little bow. And then you have this. So you're going to fold this piece up. And tuck this side and fold it up. And there you go. All right, gang, so that is gonna do it for me. I have tried to make this video as fast as I can. I will make sure that I put thorough pictures on the Etsy postings. And if you have any questions, or if you need to see more, or you want to, any questions, let me know. I'm here for you. And I appreciate you all for being here with me today. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to tune in next time to see what direction this odd flock of ours is going into, because birds of a feather craft together. And until next time, toodaloo.